the musical guy or the microphone guy stopped the whole song because he said that there was nothing he could do about it, because obviously we need the music and we need the people singing. So, and obviously the mics are not going to go any higher than they are. So, and I think in the end they decided to lower the instruments, so kind of make it a little quieter, and for the guys who are singing the chorus to sing a little lighter, just so the audience could hear the conversation between them three. But obviously they made it clear that like you do need to project. And also there was a problem with getting all three chairs on and the table on in Storm Clouds for our scene with me, Tooley and Mr. Hopkins, because Tooley didn't have a place to sit, because I think maybe someone forgot that they were helping us. So unfortunately, it was all a little bit rushed, and I think the bottle kind of keeled over, and the table was a little messy, and Tooley didn't have a seat to sit on, so that definitely needs to be improved. What do you need to improve on for next session? I think sometimes I felt like I was a little bit flat, and so I didn't participate in all of in the songs that I was actually included in, because I didn't want to wreck any of the harmonies that them like kind of professionals were singing. But I think I'm just gonna go back to the soundtrack and just listen to how well the music and the ensemble goes together, and just to try and like just gain confidence with my singing, and just believing that like one voice isn't gonna muck up the whole song, hopefully. And to also still not look a little and also to improve my reactions, because there was a time in Storm Clouds where Tooley says, "Are you a Swiss dish, Lisa?" And there's a pause, and then I just went, "No, I am not." And that needs to be really quick. I need to like butt in and be like, "No, I am not," because I'm like almost fuming. How are you developing your character physically, vocally, and facially? I think I'm developing my character because I'm more aware of my movement. Apart from the time when I nearly was walking out of the when I was walking to the blackout. But I think from last lesson, when kind of my back was turned to the audience and I was a little confused as to when to guide Rita to the chair, I think now that I've decided to walk around the table and kind of stand in front of it so that I'm facing the audience and Rita, was a good idea, because now I don't feel self-conscious that I'm kind of missing any part of the audience out, so I can still have that strong posture, and I'm showing everyone, and like nobody's blocked from what I'm doing. And also I'm just I have practiced walking in those particular white heels, and now it feels like I'm not stumping anymore. It feels like I'm walking slightly more elegantly than I was before, which is helping with my confidence as well. And also I just need to remember that every time, just to like maintain that relationship, that like cold relationship that I have with Mr. Hopkins, so much so that during the duck egg scene, or even like the scene in Storm Clouds at the meal, I just fidget every time like he says something, or I roll my eyes, or I try not to pay attention to him too much. Um, because that develops my character, but it also develops the relationship that I have with him, and I need to make that clear. And I think I'm making that clear to the audience because um because um it's a reason as to why I want to help the girls so much. Like, that's a factor, because I know that men belittle me just because I'm a woman, even though I've got a double first in Cambridge, which is a really great university to graduate from. What ideas do you have for your role and your overall performance? Well, for the overall performance, um I think we're all doing really well, because I think we just needed to be on stage to actually kind of like have fun with it, and to realize it's probably good, because it's like it makes us realize that this is a really big deal. But yeah, especially throughout the songs such as I Want and Payday, I think it's important for people, including myself, to like have a little moment. So even though it's like an ensemble piece for like everybody, for Storm Clouds or Everybody Out, I think it's important to mark how like happy and excited they were to actually doing something really like important that actually might change history, that they believed that, to them being kind of a little like really upset and kind of losing hope in the song Storm Clouds. And I think it's important for like each factory girl to have the little moment like in their minds. Like, some people might be like just really angry at the men during the argument, some people might feel really upset, some people feel like it was worth nothing, so they're ashamed that they're like that they actually took part in it, so some people might actually regret it. And then there's people like Rita who are reassuring them that like, don't worry, like this is going to change. So yeah, I think it's important to act as one, but kind of keep the age that they've chosen for their character and what their situation is at this point, which will affect how they act, like especially in Storm Clouds, because that's or Nearly Had It All. What techniques have you used? What effect did you use them for? Well, again, I've used given circumstance because it's just a reason to just get into Lisa's shoes and see how irritating it is for people to undermine her just because of her gender, even when she probably has like better qualifications than them. And you can tell that she